Welcome into Teachable Tuesday. This is Kirsty Snyder, and it is the 14th of November. If you are catching the replay on our playlist from teachabletuesdayreplays.com, make sure to put replay in the comments below and then reference the Google document that we'll talk about tonight. That way you have access to that as you catch the replay, and you can have the link at your hands right away. Okay. Tonight, we're going to be talking about following up. We're going to be talking about the objections that you get. And if you have any further ideas or further questions about it, please put them below because there will be a part. My intent is that there will be a part tonight in this video that we have people ask a question for the objections that they get. And if we don't cover one that you're getting often, please put it in the comments below so that I can address it for you later on if you're on teachabletuesdayreplays.com. All right, so let's let everyone in and then we'll get rocking. Thanks for popping on the replay. Let's go, let's go. What's up, you guys? Kirsty Snyder here. If you guys can hear and see me okay, please put a 2 in the chat. Slam a 2 in the chat for me. Then we'll get rocking here in just a moment. 2, 2, 2, 2. Okay, keep it coming in. Want the participation tonight. Want to acknowledge you guys for being here. Okay. And as always, make sure that you guys are on mute so that I can help out the people on the replay best as possible, not have any background noise happening. Thank you guys for that. Just make sure you guys are always on mute. Tonight, my intention is to eventually pull the room a little bit. Have you guys ask a couple questions because there's a part in the training tonight that I want your specific feedback. At that time, please put it in the comments and then we'll just go through them one by one. Some of them I've already nailed down, so you guys may or may not have as many as you think. But in regard to what we're teaching on tonight, maybe you will think of something that I did not cover yet. So be prepared for that. If you have started in the last 30 days with the funnel team, please put a 30 in the chat for me. If you started in the last 30 days, put the number 30 in the chat. And then we'll get rocking here in a sec. Candy, Deborah, Chastity, Rico, Nazia. Oh my gosh. I'm totally slaughtering that. Say it again.
Nyasia.
Okay, good to meet you. Good having you here. Let's see, who else? Anyone else started within the last 30 days? If so, put a 30 in the chat for me. Just going to admit a couple more people, then we'll get rocking here in a second. Amy, awesome. Good to see you, Amy. Good job popping on. Okay. First, I just want to say congrats and welcome. We are glad that you're here on the funnel team. You've chosen a really incredible way to make money. Not only can this turn into full-time income, but you can do it in 1 to 2 hours a day around your schedule. I hope you guys know that. I hope that you've never had the impression or the thought or the assumption cross your mind of, holy crap, this is going to take too much time. I'll never be able to do it. Let me just squash that right now. 1 to 2 hours a day around your chosen schedule. We don't just market that. That is the truth. If you're doing 4, 5, 10 hours a day, no, my friend, stop doing that. First, because it's not necessary. Second, because it's more about the consistency than it is the amount of time. And third, everything that you have at your fingertips for what we give you in the funnel team is not meant to take up your schedule. It's meant to work for you, maximizing your time. Now, at the beginning, especially for new people, whether you're like Amy and you started, within the last 30 days, you're like Candy, you started a week ago. No matter when you started, even if it's been 6 months or a year, you put in the reps to become stronger. Exactly, Roy. Love it. You put in the reps so that your body gets used to it mentally, physically, emotionally, all of those things. When you first start out, it might feel like it's taking longer, but it actually won't. Okay. You're compounding the habit. You're putting interest towards it. You're paying yourself bigger and bigger because of the skill sets you're developing over time. Make sense? But make sense in the chat for me if you feel me. Okay. And I'm going to pull this picture up. Let's see. I commented this on, let's see. can't remember what post I did today on Facebook, but you guys might recognize it if you saw it. It says, improve every day, 1 ounce daily or 1% daily. Your skill, here's the example of today. And then 1 year later, here's your skill. Okay. I know it's backwards, but you guys are going to get the point. If you do 1% better per day, you might start out at nothing, but a year later, 365 days later, you've got a lot of freaking skill, right? Which means you put in 1% better per day. You just do 1 more rep. You just do 1 more video. You just do 1 more DM. You do 1 more training. You do 1 more application of that one piece of that training. You're going to become better. But it's when we get overwhelmed and we think to ourselves, well, I got to eat the whole enchilada. Well, no wonder you freaking have a tummy ache. You ate the whole thing. 1 bite at a time, 1 step at a time, 1 video at a time. Do not binge watch. Do not think you have to go fast in order to make money. No, slow down to speed up. Pay attention. It's in the small things that you have big things. Make sense? Put the word make sense if you feel me, okay? Just going to add in a couple more people here. Okay, now tonight we're going to be specifically talking about how to follow up. I'm going to give you 5 different things, phrases to say to follow up with the leads that you have so that you can interact, you can engage, you can get responses. How many of you have ever thought, maybe you're currently feeling, I don't know how to follow up, but I have leads and I don't know what to say and I feel like awkward and weird and ugh. You guys ever felt that? Just put the word feel if that's you. Whether that's currently you, like David, or you felt that, last week or a day ago or whatever else. Let me just tell you, if you use the 5 different phrases tonight, vary them the way that you see fit, edit them the way you see fit, but take the concept, the idea about what I'm going to share with you. If you use these 5 different phrases, you're not going to feel awkward. You're not going to feel like a salesperson. You're not going to feel like you're being pushy. Instead, you're going to feel confident in getting a response and confident that you'll land a sale. You guys okay with that? Just put the word yes if so. I'm going to ask for your participation tonight because I want to make sure that you're paying attention. I also want to make sure that it's ringing true for you because we want to always be sharing things on the funnel team that are proven to work, which is exactly what you're going to get tonight. You're welcome. But also because you work it. I could show you all day long. Here's the numbers. Here's the data. Here's the proof. This is every single piece of how I can generate 40 titanium cells in a week, 16 titanium cells in 2 days. That doesn't happen based on luck. That happens based on design. And if you're designing certain things for your house, you're following a blueprint, you're following a recipe to bake the cake, whatever it is, you're doing that with the structure, the end result in mind, right? So make sure to not fumble the recipe. You know what I'm saying? Yes? Just put yes in the chat again. Now, these phrases, okay? This is when you have gone through the Fast Start Guide. Some of you guys are like brand new, spanking brand new, familiar with this, right? Barely. If you started a few days ago, like Amy, for example, you're in the Fast Start Guide. You are doing short form videos like the Fast Start Guide talks about so that you can start generating leads. What is the point of generating leads? Just put it in the chat for me. Why do you want to generate leads? Type in the chat right now. To get sales, right? How you're going to get leads is by producing video content, right? You guys got here tonight. You enrolled with someone on the team. You got into a savings membership. That someone you enrolled with made a commission because you used their affiliate link. That happened based on a video that you saw from them, right? And now you're just replicating the same process. That's why the Fast Start Guide has so many videos that you can mimic, that you can tweak, that you can be like, right? Clone, as we say, because the videos, the short form videos, beautiful, Roy. We're so telepathic right now. The short form videos give you leads, people who are interested in what you have to offer, the business in a box, you having a savings membership, saving money, the free system that you get, no upsells, etc. You do videos, you get leads, you then can close sales. The problem is, and what we'll talk about tonight, is you might be giving out your short form videos, you're getting leads, you're getting notifications on your phone, and now you're like, so I messaged the person, they responded, but I haven't heard back. Do I follow up? What do I say? I feel weird. I don't know what to say, right? You guys feel that? So do you guys want 5 different responses for what you can say to the leads you have? And this goes for whether you talked with them earlier this morning, you talked with them a week ago, you talked with them over the weekend, you talked with them a month ago, even up to 6 months ago. Okay? These 5 phrases work regardless of time frame. Are you good with that? Spread the word yes if you are. Yes, 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 yes. Keep it coming in. Okay. Yes, this document will be shared with you guys. It's also going to be underneath this video for those on the replay. Doc reference will be under this video in the side of the description. And yes, you'll get this link tonight live as we teach it as well. Okay. Just going to zoom in so you guys can see a little bit. If you can see my screen, put a 2 in the chat. Okay, so this is the formula I want you guys to write down. And yes, you're going to have this link, but pen to paper allows you to retain it to memory better. Okay. Acknowledge, dream outcome, time frame, and ask. These 4 pieces, much like our 4-point formula, there's a rhyme and reason to it for how to close more sales. First, you want to acknowledge who it is, acknowledge when you talk to them. Okay, like right here for the example. Since speaking with you yesterday, say you got Helga yesterday to your leads. You messaged Helga, you heard back from her once. Maybe you didn't hear back from her at all. Maybe you had a conversation back and forth for 5 different messages. If you talked with her yesterday, you acknowledge when it happened. You acknowledge her, Helga, Billy Bob, whoever. You acknowledge, you place your dream outcome. What do they want? Depending how much you talked with Helga yesterday, today, this morning, whatever, last year, a month ago, whenever you spoke with Helga, what did she tell you that's ammunition for you to paint a dream outcome now in following up? Hey, Helga, Kirsty here. Since speaking with you yesterday and making about $2,000 a month, hey, make sure to not draw on my screen here. You guys, I don't know how that's happening. It's hilarious. Acknowledge when you talk to them, paint the dream outcome. If that's something they brought up yesterday, if that's something that they messaged you about initially, hey, I want to work at home. Hey, I want to supplement my income. Whatever the dream outcome is for what they said or what you said already in conversation. Time frame, you've opened up 4 more spots for an income accelerator. Do you want one of the openings? Time frame could be exclusive amount. Time frame could be through this evening. See this one here? 3 more spots through this evening. If it's only 6:15 my time in Colorado and I go message 10 people and say, I've got 3 more spots through this evening, that's interpreted till what? Midnight, 9 p.m., after dinner. Through this evening could mean many things depending who you're talking to. But when you give a time frame, there's urgency, there's excitement about that. If you just leave it open, there's not as much urgency. Now, you don't have to say through this evening. You don't have to say 1 hour from now, hurry up. You do say some type of time frame that makes sense for you. Okay. Now, in previous trainings, probably 2 weeks ago would be my guess, maybe 3 weeks ago, I taught specifically about how the spots that you say you have open, 4, 3, 205, 5 spots, 17 spots, I don't really care. However many spots you say you have is the truth for what you could take on. So for example, if you had 5 titanium cells by tomorrow, would that overwhelm you to the point of paralyzed? Or would that actually be fun and realistic for you? Make sense? Choose the number that is actually real for you. You feel me? Put the word feel if you understand what I'm saying. Because the marketing that we do, if you just go and put out a video and you're like, I found a side hustle that can help make $50 a day. And holy freak, there's no purchase of a course. I can't believe I stumbled on this. If you want insight about this also, drop me a comment fast. I'm going to help 3 people tonight only, whatever it is. Do you want 3 sales? Is it real for you to say you have 3 spots today? Or does the number 17 feel completely fake? You know what I'm saying? You want to say in your marketing what's actually genuine for you, not as a sales technique. Yes, psychologically, it's a sales technique. You could totally argue that. You could argue that all day long. You could say, nah, Kirsty, you're full of crap. It's totally a marketing thing. It is. But the intention behind why that marketing thing works is because it's genuine and it's real. Does that make sense? Just going to admit a couple more people here. I want it to be where it comes across genuine for you guys, where the number is real, because people will smell the BS a mile away. If you're brand new and you're like, I've got 17 more spots through this evening, hurry up, they're going so fast. No, they're freaking not. You're not going to get 17 in a day, bro, if you started yesterday. I mean, yeah, bro, I wish. That'd be awesome. But is that real? Is that genuine for you? Because you can lie through your teeth. Maybe people won't know, but you know. And then your marketing will come across desperate and people will smell the BS a mile away without even knowing what they put their finger on, but something isn't right. If you want people's interaction with you to be genuine, to be like, wow, you're the only one who stood out. You're the only one who's coming across real and authentic, and that you really help me. It's because you really will, because your content says that. Make sense? Quick tangent. I use the word income accelerator purely because I like that. That's sexy. It's enticing. It's something that perks a person up. They're like, what's an income accelerator? You could say my money program. You could say my profit playbook. You could say my exclusive training. You could, whatever. I just like income accelerator. Don't know why. Just I've always used it. So feel free to use it, but swap it out however you see fit. The last piece, the ask part, this freaks you guys out. I know this because some of you guys messaged me saying, well, I'm not getting sales. And I say, well, Chastity, are you asking for sales? Sam, did you actually ask for the sale? Albert, did you ask for the sale? Did you lead them to that? Or are you like open-ended, ... No wonder you don't know how to follow up, right? You don't ask for the sale. You don't lead the horse to water. How are they going to drink? You know what I'm saying? The reason a time frame and then you ask for the sale is not just, can you imagine you're talking with Billy Bob yesterday. You forget to follow up because you're a mom and you're busy. Maybe that's your reason. Billy Bob then follows up with you tomorrow morning and he says, hey, Kirsty, since speaking with you yesterday and making the extra $2,000 a month from home, I've opened up 4 more spots for my income accelerator. The freak am I going to say back to that? Cool, dude. Like, there's no ask. So do I feel awkward? Am I going to be sassy? Do I even reply? Do I have reason to reply? No, give them a reason to reply. Do you want one of the last openings? Do you want in? Want in? Hey, you ready to rock? The worst they could say is, heck no. The worst they could be like, who are you talking about? I don't know who this is, right? The worst that could happen is it's a no. But until you ask, you're never going to get a yes. Let me just tell you right now, though, and then I'm going to stop sharing my screen because this is something that I want you to take full-heartedly, okay? When you go ask for a sale and you get a no, what happens to your income? Does it go up? Does it go down? What happens if you get a no? What happens? For real. There's only one answer here. Exactly. It stays the same. So why are you worried about putting yourself out there when there is no effect on you in asking for the sale? The only thing that's going to happen is nothing, except you become better. You ask for the sale so often, you turn yourself into a very bold machine. You're not going to feel salesy. You're going to feel confident. If it remains the same, regardless of outcome, why would you ever consider in your head, oh, I can't ask for the sale, I feel weird? They need you to ask for the sale. Because just like my example just a second ago, if I talked with Billy Bob yesterday and I'm excited to make $2,000 a month and I forgot to respond, he follows up with me and all he says is he has 4 spots for his income accelerator. I'm like, cool, dude. You want a gold sticker? Like, there's no reason for me to respond. Is there? Then I'm the one selling myself into it. No, I need to be told what to do. Right? Especially if on this end, say I've never made $2,000 in a month from home. Lead them to where you want them to go by asking for the sale. Does that make sense? Drop the word "make sense" if you feel me. Okay. Now, in sharing my screen again, you guys, I'm not going to read all of these, obviously, because you can read them yourself. But this one's more point blank. There's not as much acknowledgement. That one, in my opinion, is more for, say within the week to kind of follow up. You talk with Billy Bob tonight. You want to follow up with him, say tomorrow morning. Okay. If Billy Bob never responded and you hear from him tonight after not hearing from him, or you get a cha-ching on your phone right now for dude named Helga. Okay. When you respond to Helga, you're like, hey, Helga, Kirsty here. Excited to chat with you about working at home. How much extra do you want to make? You've got to give them a reason to respond. Helga has no reason to respond if you treat it like customer service. You're like, hey, it's Samantha. And, I just got your info. Cool. Don't care. Right? No one's going to care that you just got their info. What are they going to say back? Oh, so how do I do it? And then you're playing customer service? No, you want to lead the conversation where you want it to go. Act from the end result. If the end result, like we already said, right? The end result of videos is to get leads, is to get sales. If the end result is to get a sale, you got to ask for that sale. You got to lead it to a sale. Make sense? Let's see. Okay, so just a couple things about what acknowledge is, right? In this formula right here. Acknowledge, dream outcome, time frame, and ask. They don't know who you are. You're not special to them yet. You got to make it so it's special. Make it a hook. Saying something a little bit nonchalant, like supplementing your income, does that ring more exciting than $2,000 a month, $100 a day, an extra $1,500, $3,000 a week? What does that feel like for you? Put that out there. Does that make sense? Now, right here, the dream outcome, the more specific, the better. You can generalize it. So something like, hey, we spoke earlier last month, last week, last Monday, whatever it was, about supplementing your income, because if you don't have ammo for what they want, you'd never asked in the previous conversation, how much do you want to make? They didn't say $3,000. They didn't say $500 extra dollars. They didn't say $2,000 a week, whatever. There's nothing for you to specify. So you can make it general. But if in the previous conversation you have something specific, acknowledge it. I was listening. I know, Roy, you want to make an extra $3,000 a week because you told me. And I'm here to see if you really want in on that. I've got X amount more spots. Do you want to take one? Right? Time frame urgent, because if they can get involved at any time, they don't really care. You don't stand out. Okay, this is a branding perspective. Going to unshare my screen here for a second. When you give a time frame, sure, you could argue that that's a marketing thing. It is. I could have all of my short form videos go to my YouTube channel. I could change that video presentation out every single month. And I could specifically say, this will expire on Friday, yada, yada, Black Friday, November 2023. I could make it so specific. I could also make it specific enough where it says this will expire at the end of this month. So if they see it on the 23rd, they see it on the 29th, they see it on the 1st. However they view that amount of time makes you stand out. If you're just open for business all the time, there is no stand out. Does that make sense? And if you're in this for the long haul, which I hope you are with the funnel team, it's not you just selling the savings membership. It's you building a brand, you being remembered, you having something of impact in the marketplace for making money, for saving money, for combining the two and having a really awesome system to do it with, right? So own that in your content, but make yourself stand out. Does that sound fair? Drop the word fair if you feel me. Okay. Let's see. Just add in a couple more people here real fast. Okay. Sharing my screen again. Ask for the sale or you just won't ever get one. Okay. We're going to hop to a different thing, which is going to be objections. Okay. And then I'm going to give you a bonus here at the bottom. 4 different objections that I've thought of that I feel are brought up just based on your guys' feedback. But as we go through things, if there's something else, questions that you get all the time, they're like, holy crap, I just don't know what to say. Please put that in the comments here after we go over these 4, after. That way I can add to this document and have you guys have something that you can reference later on. Okay. Let's see. So say you talk with Billy Bob, you follow up, you're like, hey, I've got 3 more spots for my income accelerator. Do you want one of them? Billy Bob responds. Now you're peeing your pants because you're all excited that he responded, right? And now you're wondering what to say. Well, you'd ask for the sale first and foremost. If the person has an objection at that point, they've watched your business overview, which is your video sales letter from your domain, right? I want in, but I can't afford the $199. Here's a really good, awesome marketing thing to say. Hey, Thomas, I'd love to work with you. Would half the cost be better for you today? Because he's objecting at $199. Would half the cost make more sense? Yep, it would. Okay, here's a link. Or are you ready for the enrollment link now? Are you ready to fill out the enrollment link? Let's do it for $100. Can't wait to work with you, right? That's a really good thing to say. Hope you guys are taking notes. You can acknowledge, okay, that same formula stems here. You can acknowledge that they need it to be lower. Hey, I'd love to start, but I can't afford the $199. They're basically admitting why they didn't respond back to you, right? But I only want to work with people who are serious about making this explode. So if you start at 1/10 the cost, which would be gold, $20, right? Are you willing to do what it takes to go higher this month? Now, let me just tell you, you do not have to say that. You could just give them the option. Okay, cool. Well, you can start at gold for 20. I don't care how you do it. Just ask for the dang sale, right? Ask for the sale. The answer is no till you ask. If you find yourself with so many leads and so many DMs and not enough sales, go for the sale. Don't go for something of what I just said. But if you find yourself with too many and you find yourself, much like a lot of us here, okay, just quick shout out to Kylie and Abby, for example, they have a problem with too many leads. They have a problem with now they get to cherry pick who they work with and they are only taking on a certain amount of people because they have so many leads, because they want people who are serious. So if they have a conversation that's open, that's built with rapport, that has someone say, I can't afford titanium, I could start at gold, you can put that little mindset nugget in there and say, yep, I can send you the enrollment link for that, but I only want to work with serious people. So are you willing to do what it takes to go higher this month? You're planting the seed for what? An upgrade, you guys, right? Does that make sense? Now you don't have to say that. That's a little advanced, but if you want to, you can, depending the rapport you've built with them up to that point. Does that make sense? Just drop the word make sense if you feel me. Okay. Let's see, going back. Again, no matter what you say, you ask for the sale, right? Ready for the enrollment link, ready to fill out the enrollment link, ready to purchase, right? Now you don't have to be that bold. You don't got to say purchase, but you want them to know, you want to know if they're ready to rock. You don't just spam them your link. You make them acknowledge that they're ready for it. Okay. Here's another objection that I get. Please make sure you guys are on mute. Let's see, where's the people? George Alvarez, muting ya. Let's see. Okay. Another objection that I've heard from you guys is, you know, people are like, well, I've never done this before. I'm just not good at it. I have no social media presence, whatever. Okay. Here's a really good example of what you can say back. All right. Gonna let you guys read that. I can afford it this month, but I hate that it's monthly. A lot of times people get confused thinking that this is a one-time thing. It can be. It can be if they go get 4 sales, but then they find out it's monthly and they're like, oh, I can't afford it. Well, actually you can, because if you go use the benefits, that alone could outweigh the cost. And if you tap into the training that I'll give you, there's a chance you could pay it one time. You just got to get 4 sales, right? So same formula. You acknowledge the concern. You give them a dream outcome. Oh, look, I'll teach you for free how to effectively get sales. I'll be by your side till you see the income you want. Because the truth is, if you're going to create a really good brand of impact and you're adding value to the marketplace for what this is, for making money online, for saving money, for doing this business in a box, that sentence that's highlighted right now is true. You will be with them to help them till you see the income that they want, right? And then you ask a question. You good with that? Is that fair? Is that helpful? Does that make sense? Right? End it with a question. Make them need to respond. Right? Just admitting a couple more people real fast. Okay. This one, same type of idea. Yeah, but listen, I thought it was a one-time payment. And now they're all like meh about it, right? It certainly can be, yes, but you want your focus to be landing 4 sales this month, because then, it could pay for itself. Here's what I want you to take right here. You guys, I'd suggest getting in, learning right away so that you can earn even faster. Ready for the enrollment link? Ready to fill out the enrollment link? Ready to rock titanium ? Right? End it with a question. And then depending the conversation you've had up to that point, I thought it was a one-time payment. Someone says that. Here's another thing you can say. I relate it to going to the gym. You guys can read that yourself. Okay. And then at the end, as always, does that sound fair? Is that helpful? You want them to feel that they're acknowledged, not that you're just telling them a good answer. But hey, it's like going to the gym. You want access to your Netflix account, you pay to play, right? Same thing here, except when you get 4 sales, you only pay that one time. How awesome is that? Does that help? Do you feel better, right? Put a smiley face on the end, whatever you normally do, okay? Do those 4 questions help you guys? Just objections. Hey, can't afford it. Hey, I've never done this before. I'm not good at it. Have no presence, whatever. I hate that it's monthly. Holy crap, it's expensive, yada, yada. Oh, well, shoot, thought it was a one-time payment. Ooh, right? Okay, so now for those of you who have thought of an objection that you don't know how to answer, put it in the comments for me so that I can go through a couple of them, okay? If you guys have any that I can answer right now. And then I'll add it to the document so you guys have a reference for an objection that you get down the line or something. One that I did think of now that I'm just waiting is, do you guys ever have an objection that's like, but I don't live in the United States, so how does it apply to me in whatever country? Canada, United Kingdom, Philippines, Australia, any of that? Okay, so a really good thing to say to that before I sneeze, hold on. A really good thing to say to that is, whether you are my next door neighbor here in Colorado, let's say you're in the United States, whether you're my next door neighbor or not, the savings are going to vary per country because not every bill is applicable per country. Make sense? And then you acknowledge, can't wait to see what you can do with yours. When do you want the enrollment link? Right? You answer the question, you acknowledge, and then you ask the question, you ask for the sale. Make sense? So the savings will vary per country, regardless of where you are. If you're my next door neighbor or you live clear over in Australia and here I am in the United States, the savings are going to vary because the type of bill each person has is going to be different per household. Because here's the thing, here is the absolute truth. You're not the savings consultant. So you can't tell them what they're going to save on anyway. Even if they live next to me in Colorado, I still can't say, oh, I'm going to save you X amount on your Sirius XM bill. Oh, you're going to save X amount at the gas station. I can't say that anyway because I'm not corporate, right? I'm not over those consults. So the truth is the savings will vary regardless of country. And not every type of bill is applicable per country. Does that make sense? Let me hurry and put that in our document. Savings question. Okay, let's see. Now I'm just going to go back. I'll add to this document after we're done so you guys don't have to wait for me to type. Let's see. Jenny Dial says, how do you deal with people that are rude or that are trolling? I block them. I don't deal with people like that. It's not maximizing for my time. And I know that there are people out there who want to work with me. And if I spend time with people who are not who I want to work with, people who are trolling, people who are rude, nope, bye. Not worth my time. So block them. Jessica says, I don't do scams. Okay, cool. Me either. So go get fully informed on my video and you'll understand how this is legit. I don't do scams. Yeah, you either. I don't do scams. I'll type out what I just said after this, Jess, so you've got it. Candy says, I haven't had a rejection per se, but 2 people have been like, what are you doing? I am a digital marketer selling a savings membership, and I teach people for free how to do the same, making money at home. I'm gonna type that one from Candy. You're just another MLM. You're right. This is multi-level marketing. Smiley face. Here's the thing, Topanga, for example. If people are mad that it's multi-level, then they should never go get their hair done because that's also multi-level. Person purchases at, say, Sally's Beauty Supply, they then jack up the price, right? Someone makes money from purchasing Sally's Beauty Supply. The beautician or even a normal person like me, you spend more because you need to make more. So they're not just making nothing, right? And then that hairstylist expects a tip. Well, crap. They just jacked up the price twice. Well, that's multiple levels. Whoops. Guess you shouldn't go get your hair done either, huh? Right? If people don't like that it's multi-level, that's fine. You acknowledge that it's multi-level and you wish them well. It's not worth going back and forth saying that, oh, well, the dude at the top makes all the money. No, they don't. They have a larger portfolio because they've been in it longer. If I make more than David, than Willard, than Kansas, than Samantha, has nothing to do with anything but longevity because I've been in it longer. So my portfolio of sales is bigger. That's it. Does that make sense, you guys? Let's see. Renee says, what do you say to people when they say, why can't I just do this for free and then pay after I start making money? I don't know if this is the response that you want to say back, Renee, but this is what I personally would say. So feel free to tweak it as you see fit. If your middle name's not Sassy, this might not apply to you. Okay, so I'll say it again. Why can't I do this for free first and pay after I start making money? That would be the same as asking for a steak dinner for free after you've made sure it tastes good. I'll pay if I like it. No, a transaction has to happen in order for someone to make money. And Renee, for example, this is something you could say or something to the effect of this. If making 5 figures a month was free and nothing was being sold, that would be a scam and you should run. The fact that I am selling something lets you know that it's a real product and service, because if I was selling nothing and making something, that should alarm you. Does that make sense? Let me type that one in here fast. And then I'll keep going on these questions here. You're just another MLM. Just got that one for Topanga. Okay. Going back. Evelyn says, I lost a person because they can't afford it. What do you say to them? Evelyn, we actually went over that earlier. So make sure to reference the document from tonight because there's a couple things I would say back to that. Let's see. Yep, exactly, George. Everything's multi-level. Hello, corporations. Have you met Walmart? Dude at the top making all the money, cashier making nothing. I'm just saying, except the cashier has to put in longevity and wait for someone to like die to take his spot. Well, guess what? David, who started this year, could make as much as me, even though I started 2 years ago. And it's an equal playing ground where it's not waiting for someone to be fired. It's you could rise to the top, so to speak, by building a portfolio of sales, right? Let's see. Just looking at these comments. 1 second, you guys. Makes sense, makes sense, makes sense. Let's see. Shannon says, I've actually had quite a few people ask me to pay for them and they will pay me back. Okay. Here's a way to combat that, actually. Why don't you, let's see. Not that you have to do this, Shannon, and not that this would be applicable because this is a little bit to manage you guys. But if you have someone that you feel good about that is pretty serious, first of all, anyone can afford $20. Let's just lay it out there. You could sell a couple things around your house. You could get the money to afford $20. You can, because if your fridge went out, if you needed gas, somehow you'd come up with the money. Well, the thing is, the same idea, the same perception applies with your financial stress or your financial abundance. People just don't like it because it's directly related to them. Where if their fridge went out, it's the fridge's fault. It's the milk has to be cold. And so I have to get a fridge. I have no choice. Well, people who are serious about starting a side hustle, they'd find the money for it, right? Not that you have to do something like this, Shannon, but if you wanted to suggest, okay, send me 3 people and I'll Venmo you the commission, you could, because if Billy Bob sends you Helga, James, and Pamela, that's $30 to $300 you just made. And if they get in at gold, here's $20, right? They sent people to you. I'm just saying, not because I think you should do that, but there's some innovation for you. Write them all. So good. Thanks. Yep. You're welcome, Candy. No problem. Let's see. If I paid for you, then how do I know you will work for it? Yep. Amen, Albert. Exactly. Yep. Any other thoughts, questions, objections that you guys get that you're like, I just don't know what to say when someone says this. It's so weird. I just never know what words to use. Anything that you guys can think of? Because I wrote them down on the document and I'll add to the responses later, just so you guys have it handy. And if not, we can go to the bonus. But if you guys have another objection that you want answered, let me know. Constantly needing proof that you're legit. Just be like, I'm too legit to quit. Just kidding. Don't say that. Just tell them something. Tell them something like, the fact that I'm responding to you lets you know that I'm legit. If I was ghosting you, then yes, you should be scared. But we've been around since 2006. We have a AAA rating with the Better Business Bureau. We know what we're doing and we'd love to help you out too, but only when you get off the fence. Reach out when the time is right and then send them on their way. Because if you're going, and not just Abby, but any of you guys, if you feel you're going back and forth because people are like, well, I just don't know if this is real. Oh, just like, it must be a scam. Well, how many people have you worked with? Oh, well, you're new, so I can't take you seriously. If people are going back and forth, use that same recipe, right? Same formula as above. Acknowledge them and let it go. Hey, I understand that you want to validate that this is legit. I can totally respect that. That was me when I first started. This is legit. And when you can discover that for yourself and feel confident in it, I look forward to working with you. Till then, have a great week, right? Because you need to understand that you get to respect your time. You also need to understand that it's okay to set healthy boundaries. So you acknowledge how they feel and you send them on their way. Because if you're going back and forth, I don't care if it ends up being a gold sale or a titanium or whatever. If you go back and forth, that's just going to frustrate you. And if you're in frustration, that's your vibe. That's all you're going to attract. And I want you guys attracting the best. I want you attracting the sales. I want you attracting the people who you want to work with that help you, that uplift you, rather than you feeling like your customer service. Does that make sense? Let me know. Let's see. Martha, if someone says, where'd it go? If someone says I was completely turned off by your landing page, same old hype, I honestly wouldn't even respond to that. It's not worth your breath. Oh, I'm sorry you didn't like our marketing, but yet you're messaging me. So geez, somehow it worked, but okay, bug, bye. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even respond to that. That's what I would call a hater, a troll. Oh, I was totally turned off by it. Yeah, well, I guess that's why you haven't started a side hustle yet, huh? Sorry, bug. Bye. That's not worth your breath. Let's see. How much have you made so far question? How do you answer that when you started 10 seconds ago? Candy, you're so awesome. Candy did start about 10 seconds ago. Not really. I guess it's been longer than that. But here's that's actually a good one. And I've covered this before, so I'm actually glad you're bringing it up again. How much have you made? Do you guys hate that question? You like squirm when someone asks that because you don't want to lie. Do not lie. Don't be like, oh, I'm making $1 million and I started yesterday. Even if you've been in it 2 years and you're barely making $3,000 a month, do not lie. People can smell that BS a mile away. Don't lie. Be real. First, understand the reason a person's asking, well, how much have you made? Has nothing to do with anything but themselves. They're asking that because they want to know if it's possible for them to do whatever your answer is, but the answer does not matter. It's their own reflection for validation they're finding for themselves, and it has nothing to do with you. So, good thing to say, and this is something I'll put in the document so you guys have it more verbatim or something you can reference, I guess. But I work with people in our digital marketing team who make anywhere between $20 to $2,200 a day, because that's the truth. The good news is you didn't have to say, I make this amount. You can make it general. You can give a number, which is exactly the acknowledgement they want. And then you end it with a question. How much are you wanting to make each month? How much extra would you like to make? People on my team, people I work with, however you want to phrase it, make anywhere between $20 to $2,200 a day. How much are you wanting to make, Jaron? How much would you like to make, Ron? How much would help you out each month, right? You turn it back on them because you just painted a picture for what's possible. You gave a small and a large scale. They painted themselves somewhere in between that. And now they're excited because even an extra $20 a day, that's what, $600 a month. $600 a month pays for their gas, their groceries, right? Or some of their groceries at least. And then you ask them the question. Make sense? Let's see. And I'll put that in the doc so you guys have it as well. Let's see. Yep, Candace, perfect. Love that response. Good job. Okay, bonus, you guys. Here's the bonus. And yes, I'll give you this document right now, actually, just so you guys have it. Did it copy? You guys on Zoom are blocking where I need to go. Where are you? Let's see. Here's the doc, so you guys have it. And again, for those on the replay, this document's right under this video inside the description for our playlist. So here's a bonus. If you guys want to get titanium sales compared to gold, go be a freaking titanium. I'm not just saying your level. If you're a gold and you're expecting titanium sales, no, my friend, it's not going to happen. It will on occasion. It will. But can you imagine for a moment if here I am saying that I'm making, $5,300 in 5 days. If I tell you that and you find out that either A, I didn't do that, or B, I'm a gold member, but I'm here suggesting you to go titanium. You wouldn't go titanium. You'd go what I am, right? Be titanium yourself if that's what you want to attract. $100 commissions, be $100 commission person, which means that's what you are, right? If you want titanium sales, your content needs to lead with that. Okay. It needs to lead with that. I can't say open it for 20 and then someone feels upsold. Well, no doubt they feel upsold. Your video made it seem like it was a tenth the cost. Okay. When you ask for the sale, these are nuggets, you guys. This is totally the DM formula on steroids, which we will talk about again eventually. That's in Fast Start Guide Part 2, by the way. More training on that. When you ask for the sale, drop the word titanium. If your content's leading with titanium, if you are a titanium member, if you want to attract $100 commissions rather than 10 or 50, drop the word titanium. You ready for the titanium enrollment link? What time are you filling out the titanium enrollment? What time are you enrolling titanium today? Are you on the link now? Are you on the link now is different than are you filling out the titanium enrollment link now? If your content starts with 200, your DM ends with 200, you ask for the $200 sale, that's what you'll get. Okay. And then last here, okay, just a lot of mindset. And this is, I'm not going to necessarily go through these things here. I'm going to pause at this one actually, because this is something that I talked a lot with a few people this week about. How do you get so many titanium sales, Kirsty? What is it that you do? Well, I do the things I just suggested in that bonus, but I also expect titanium. Now, hear me when I say, I'm not BSing my way through saying I expect sales. No, you freaking don't. You might say that, but if your results don't match that, it's because your vibration is not actually in that. When I say vibration, I'm talking how you feel. The feeling of what you attract is the secret here. The reason I get titanium after titanium after titanium out of nowhere is everything to do with what I expect. What's the definition of expect, you guys? Like, what's the actual definition? Expect definition. Let's find out. Regard as something likely to happen. Do you feel like in your heart of hearts that you, as a brand new person, Amy, Candy, all you guys who literally started like within the last couple days, couple hours, okay? You as a brand new person, have you had the thought, well, I can't go get a titanium sale. I can't get the $100 because I'm new. Okay, so is your expectation for titanium sales on point, or are you actually full of BS? You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying you suck. I'm not saying you're full of crap. I am saying, though, what you're speaking and what you're putting out don't match. You might want titanium sales all day long. You might affirm that. But if your actions and your feeling about that does not agree, you are all talk. Is that fair? And some of you will say, well, no, I'm not talk. I'm trying really hard to make it, my content it's going to be 200 and I'm going to use the word titanium when I'm messaging someone. And you might be doing those things, but do you actually feel titanium? And just like I say all the time, if I message you tomorrow, Sim, Willard, George, David, Samantha, Abby, Alicia, Alonzo, Amy, all you guys, if I message you tomorrow and said, hey, Eggy, you just got 3 titanium sales. Did you see that in your back office? Wouldn't you be like peeing your pants? Are you showing up like that person tonight? Have you been that person during this call? Does a titanium vibe person, the $100 commissions, the tenacity, the stamina, the resilience, I don't give a crap about the haters because I'm so focused on my goal, I don't even allow them to bug me. Are you in that vibration, or are you in the vibration of, well, I'm just going to like fiddle fart around? Well, yeah, that's why you're attracting the fiddle farters. Does that make sense? Okay. The intensity of how you feel, that titanium expectation is what will get you the titaniums. Is that fair? Does that help you guys? The intensity of the feeling, not, oh, it'd be so awesome if I could get 3 titaniums tomorrow. Well, duh, $300. And then when those cells are retained a month from now, you wake up to 150 and you haven't even done anything yet. Imagine how that compounds. Dude, your portfolio would be, hello, crazy. But if you're not showing up like that, if you're not expecting titanium, if your intensity, your feeling about titanium is not there, you're not being that person, you're not going to get that. Does that make sense? Okay. I know that was a lot tonight. I'm confident that it was super helpful. It's only going to be incredibly helpful though if you apply the concepts. So I'm going to go tuck my kids into bed. Okay, give me like 15 minutes. And then that document that I'll drop right now again, just so you guys have it. That document will have, more of like what to say back for the couple objections that you guys had tonight that you shared that I took note of, and then I'll kind of type out for you or whatever. But please go to the Facebook group, go into the featured announcement section. It's at the very top of the group, literally right under the cover photo. For Teachable Tuesday, find the post about Teachable Tuesday. It's got like thousands of comments on it. Go comment what you guys learned tonight so you can lead from the front so that you can go be a titanium badass, right? You're leading from the front, you're a titanium, right? And then share what you learned. Hey, here on the 14th, I learned this and this and this stood out, whatever else. Don't just say that it was good. We are confident that it's good. We are confident that it helps you, but it only helps you if you actually apply what you learned. So go share what you learned in that post tonight from the Facebook group, and then use this document. I'll post it one more time. And then as always, you can catch this replay at teachabletuesdayreplays.com. Make sure to bookmark that. Feel free to check out any of the replays that we've done, and we'll see you guys inside the Facebook group here in a sec. Bye now.